the German media group. So that is it. There are a lot of good information coming up. Sometimes it is important for us to appreciate our leaders. But unfortunately, we don't do that. Instead, we try to criticize our leaders even when they go extra mile to ensure that our safety is paramount. When President George Weah released that song, some of the very people who are still unsatisfied or disenchanted because President Weah is president today, they went on the public airwaves to criticize the president. They said the president the president was not so concerned about the people of Liberia. He was more concerned about singing the music. In fact, he had owned the Ebola, the corona rather, by saying it is a Weah project. They have a lot of things to say. But today, this music is not only accepted by a vast majority of Liberians, people across the world, including in reputable international organizations, the UNESCO, they have requested that a president gave them the authorization to be able to carry this song across the world to be one of the official songs that will help to prevent the spread of this COVID-19. That is why we must appreciate our president. Let us go back to his history. When President George Weah chose his career to be a soccer player, a lot of people say he wasn't going to be a successful soccer player. They criticized the president. But the president could later defeat those individuals' perception. He went up to become the African best, the European best, the world best football player in Africa and on the globe as a whole. That is how President George Weah has always been able to respond to those who criticize him. Today, as a president, a lot of people have overlooked this leader. They've said that, oh, President George Weah cannot do anything to improve the lives of the Liberian people. But under this president, we've been able to see a leader who, for the first time, was able to bring the presidency closer to the people. He's a very down-to-earth president, compassionate and filled with humility. He believed that the Liberian people must feel what they call the presidency of Liberia. He's very connected to the people. Any other leader could have said, no, I'm not going to sing. But he forgone, or he forewent all of his presidential, all of those immunities. He said, no, I'm the president, but I think the people of Liberia need me. He was able to come down to our level, release a song that has now become a world stage song. The UNESCO has taken that song as one of the leading awareness songs that will help to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 in the world. Not only in Liberia, but in the entire world. And let me play you this song again. When I come back, definitely we're going to talk about the government effort in regards to fighting what we call darkness in Liberia. And what can the LEC do to sustain that effort? That's what we're going to be talking about. The government effort to fight what is called darkness in Liberia, and what can the LEC do, the Liberia Electricity Corporation, do to sustain that fight or that effort by the government of the Republic of Liberia. Keep watching. Let me bring you this song.
From Asia to Europe, Europe to America, America to Africa, take precaution. Be safe. It could be a mama, a brother, sister, a father. The happen in the rest of the world. Coronavirus spreads via droplets. When the person cough or sneeze, the droplets land on surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and spread further. People catch the virus when they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose or eyes. It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer. What is the incubation period of COVID-19? It appears that symptoms are showing up in people within 14 days of exposure to the virus. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problem, kidney failure or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor.
Coronavirus is real, but together we can fight it.
From Asia to Europe, from Europe to America, America to Africa. Take precaution. Be safe.
It could be a mama, a brother, sister, a father. Let's stand together. Mama Liberia.
Let's stand together and fight coronavirus. God bless Africa and the rest of the world. Weah's project.
That is it. That is it. Rather, coronavirus is real, and it has to take the collective effort of each and every one of us to ensure that we can be able to eradicate and totally conquer this deadly disease in Liberia. Let me go to, since the government of President George Weah ascended to the presidency of Liberia, a lot of gains have been made. We've been able to see the construction of roads in many communities. We've been, for instance, currently the government is now embarking on, has already commenced the construction of the expansion exercise of the Rabat International Airport Highway. That's a very wonderful development. Something that we've not seen in Liberia for the last 170 plus years. For the first time, Liberians will now begin to see a 4-lane road heading to the international airport. That's a milestone achievement of this government. The process is already on, so I will call it a milestone achievement, because between now to 2023, definitely you will begin to see that coming to pass. The work is already ongoing. So I'm very optimistic that by 2023, July 26, Liberians will be able to fly on that road from ERWA Junction all the way to the airport. Since the government of President George Weah ascended to the presidency, we're also able to see the government making frantic efforts to protect Liberians, and also ensure that each and every resident within the county of Monrovia, the county of Montserrat, and the capital of Monrovia will have access to electricity. For instance, the Liberian government was indebted to the LEC in the tune of over $5 million United States dollars. That money was paid. The government also launched another project aimed at ensuring that 38,000 new homes were connected to the electrical grids. That also came to pass as a result of the commitment of the government to ensure that the welfare of the people can become the first priority. But you know, in all of these efforts that the government continue to make, we need to highlight some of the flaws. If we have to achieve better electricity for our people, if we have to achieve some of those basic services when it comes to electricity provision, if we must ensure that the government achieve, for instance, those efforts, those investments that the government have been able to make in regards to the electrification of Liberia, the Liberia Electricity Corporation must be up to the task. Let's forget about, we need to focus on serving the people. We were given responsibilities to perform. Our people must be, they must feel the impact. The trickle-down effect must always be positive, because if it is not positive, it's going to affect the presidency. The issue of electricity is very paramount when it comes to the survivability of our people. The LEC need to boost up their work. For instance, sometimes you notice there's a problem in your community. Communicate that to the people. Let the people understand what is going on. There are a lot of challenges going on at the LEC. But until we can communicate that to the people will not actually know what is happening. The people will not know that, for instance, there is no transformer in town, or that there are challenges in procuring new transformers to be able to reach to their communities. So the consumer service sector of the LEC need to be very effective. It needs to be very effective. Let us make our people to feel part of the governance system of Liberia. It will be very important for all of us. For instance, if a consumer calls you that, oh, our LEC pole fell in the community, let us use it as our duty to respond to them immediately. If there is a problem in a community, reach out to that community and ensure that that problem is solved. Or let the people know why that problem can be solved. We appreciate the work the LEC is doing. They've been able to reach out to more than 30,000 new households to ensure that those new homes can have access to the electrical grid in Liberia. That's a marvelous work. But you owe the government a whole lot of responsibility to be able to perform that social responsibility to the people. When there is a problem, reach out to them. Make sure you solve those problems. Let us ensure that those services that we are supposed to provide for them are provided. If we are unable to provide them, let us let them know why those services cannot be provided, rather than leaving them in a vacuum. We don't have to leave them in a vacuum. Some of us will very appreciate what you're doing. The government has done a whole lot of work to ensure that Liberians can have access to electricity. The agency responsible must continue to augment the effort of the government to ensure that the Liberian people can have access to those services. It is important. Electricity, food, and water, those are paramount things. So when the central government make the effort, the agencies responsible for performing and ensuring that the leeward man in the leeward area should have access to that. Let us ensure that they have it. That's the only way the people will appreciate that indeed the government of President George Weah is doing a very marvelous work to effectuate the change that it came to make in the life of the people across Liberia. Why should we have a whole lot of people climbing poles in a community, stealing people meters? There should be measures put into place by the agency responsible to curtail that. Because at the end of the day, if it is not done, it is a government headed by the president that will take the bad name. Those individuals who are carrying on unscrupulous activities in the communities, they must be apprehended. They must be apprehended and brought to book. If there is a damaged transformer in a community, make sure you respond to them immediately. Let the people have access to better electricity. When you are called, respond to them. It's important. Let us communicate those challenges that you are going through. Let us know all of those challenges. Then we in the communication sector can have the opportunity to relay those challenges to our people and let them know that, look, we understand these are problems going on, but the LEC is constrained to solve this problem now because of XYZ problem. So all you need to do, just let us know. And to those communities, we advise you to remain patient. The Liberia Electricity Corporation will continue to work in the interest of the vast majority of the Liberian people. It is a huge task to provide current or electricity to every community here in Liberia. The government, headed by President George Weah, has been doing a very tremendous work. When the government came to power, one of the first things they did was to pay that money that the previous government was owing to the LEC. Even when this lockdown started, another money that the government had for LEC was paid immediately. So the government has been very cooperative in ensuring that the Liberian people can have access to electricity. Because the government sees it as a very paramount responsibility. So sometimes when these things are going on, some people go on the radio, criticize the president, how the president is not doing anything. It is not true. The president is working. All we need to do, those individuals who go in your communities, sometimes try to extort money from you in the name of providing current, bypassing the real channel provided by the LEC. It is our responsibility as citizens to ensure that those people are apprehended and brought to book. You can't say that in your community, the men are working with LEC, then they may bring 419 meter to you, you buy. Then tomorrow, when the transformer is overloaded, you blame the LEC that they are not doing their work. You as a citizen, you also have a responsibility. You have a duty to perform. In as much as the LEC has a responsibility to perform, you also have a responsibility. You live, for instance, in a community. A transformer is supposed to take a capacity, and you allow, for instance, other people who are not registered with LEC, they connect to that particular grid that is connected to that transformer, which is being supplied by the LEC, or sourced, which power is being sourced by the LEC. At the end of the day, when that transformer blows off, you begin to blame the LEC, but you fail to know that yesterday you were selling current in your community, using LEC current, selling it in your community. Sometimes they have a whole cartel of individuals. They have a whole group of individuals who see it as their own business channel. They steal current. For instance, one man will go to LEC, register his meter. He or she will come in the community and connect other people who fail to go and register. So if, for instance, that man is supposed to take 20 amp or 2 amp or 40 amp, the man will start sharing that 40 amp to other people who got huge capacity output, or input rather. At the end of the day, the power that he is generating for his meter will now be split to the other people. Then it will create a very bad vacuum and burden on the LEC transformer. The transformer will blow off. When that transformer blows off, we'll begin to blame the LEC that they should bring new transformer for us. But you, the community dwellers, you also have a responsibility. In as much as we have a duty to ensure that the LEC can perform their role, let us begin to ensure that the people responsible, for instance, in our communities, the community chairman or the community leadership, your involvement into this is important. You cannot be in a community as a chairman and people deliberately steal current. And you, instead of you exposing those people, you back those people. When the situation goes out of hand, when the transformer that is supplying you or giving you the opportunity to have access to LEC, when that transformer blows off, you begin to blame the government, that the government is not working. The government is not doing something. Yes, there are some lapses within the LEC that I can say. There are some lapses. But most of these problems are generated from us, the community dwellers. We need to change our attitudes. Let us begin to put our money to where our mouth is. If you want to have current, it has been provided for our people. Let's create that opportunity so that we all can benefit. So that LEC can generate the revenue and be able to supply other communities. So that's it. Let me take this short break. When I come back, definitely I will open the phone lines for you to have a conversation with me tonight. Keep watching.
We are Project Liberia, Mama Liberia. Must all rise. Let's stand together to fight Corona. Uncertainty, no security, everything is possible. It could be your mama, your papa, brother and sister. Let's stand together to fight this deadly disease now. Walk on the world we live in, total uncertainty, no security, everything is possible.
mother, your father, even your sister. Let's stand together to fight this deadly disease now. From Asia to Europe,
Corona,
and Europe to America,
Corona,
America to Africa.
Corona,
Take precaution.
Corona,
Be safe. It could be a mama, a brother, sister, a father.
Corona,
Let's stand together.
Corona,
Mama Liberia.
Corona.
God bless Mama Liberia and the rest of the world.
We must arise. Oh Lord, have mercy. Let's stand together to fight Corona. 25 countries. We must arise. Let's stand together to fight Corona.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Amen, 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 amen. Let's fight Corona.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Amen, 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 amen. Let's fight Corona.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Coronavirus spreads via droplets. When the person coughs or sneezes, the droplets land on surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and spread further. People catch the virus when they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose, or eyes. It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer. What is the incubation period of COVID-19? It appears that symptoms are showing up in people within 14 days of exposure to the virus. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problem, kidney failure, or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor.
Coronavirus is real, but together we can fight it.
From Asia to Europe, and Europe to America, America to Africa. Take precaution. Be safe. It could be a mama, a brother, sister, a father. Let's stand together. Mama Liberia.
We must arise.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Together to fight Corona.
25 countries.
We must arise. Let's stand together to fight Corona.
Corona is the lead.
Amen, amen, amen.
Oh Lord, come and save your
Let's
people.
fight Corona.
Corona is the lead.
Amen, amen,
Amen.
amen, amen. Let's fight Corona. We must arise.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Together.
That is it. Welcome back. This is the All Things Considered. Corona is indeed that deadly virus that will need to eradicate out of the Republic of Liberia. Okay, now it is time for you to interact with me. 0775-046678. That's the number to dial, and I'll be right here to talk to you. Okay, let me take this first caller. Your name and where are you calling from? Oh, I lost it. 0775-046678. 0775-046678. That's the number to dial, and we'll be right here to talk to you. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay. And you?
Yeah, may God bless you. My name is Sam Johnson, calling for Galway.
Okay, so what's your take?
Yeah, thank you, my brother. May God really bless you for your destruction this night. Concerning the LEC problem. LEC, they are doing well in this country, but some of them, they are not really doing well. Imagine you bring standing meter, you put a standing meter on the pole. Less than 1 week for you, but what you do for the country that matter. So they must make sure that this country it belongs to everybody. But every time the customer complaining, they must make sure that they do the job according to the God's will, not their own will. Thank you. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you too. Your name and where are you calling from?
Brahma,
Your name and where are you calling from?
my name is Cedric M2 and I call you from the borough of Nikuta.
Okay, so what's your take?
Yeah, Brahma, I just want to use this time to commend you and by extension the President of the Republic of Nigeria, Ambassador George Weah, for his efforts, for all of the development he has done for our country. And in terms of most especially George Weah came from a government that was more corrupt, and then he found it more difficult to at least fit the economy. But of course, he's working on the infrastructure of our country. That's what we try to look at. The economy will be the next asset that Ambassador Weah will prevail on to see our best get straight in this country. So, Mr. Burma, I want to thank you for giving us all of the information, showing you all of the videos, and then we can trust the government that will do better next time.
Your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Yeah, good evening, JV Burma.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Otis S. Wowler, and I'm calling from Kingsville City to be precise, the SG Cooper Road.
Okay, so what's your take?
Well, I want to commend you for this unique program and that information that you're providing to us. Everything you said, it is true. At times, the problem is caused by LEC, because sometimes those very workers come around and do illegal combination with these people. And at times, if you have problems on the pool, you call these guys to come, they won't come. Until money can be collected, that's the only way they will come and solve this problem. So some of these problems are caused by them as well. Because if LEC is serving you, when you have a problem, you call them to come to your house door and solve that problem. Freedom, you will see that customer will always be available to serve them as they serve the customer. Like for example, the current that is coming from Ivory Coast, our people in a rural area enjoying the facility. According to some of them, they say when they have even a problem, they will just call in Cote d'Ivoire. The people's team will come immediately without interacting with the citizen. They will know the problem on the pole. They go right on the pole, solve that problem, and be gone. They will not even ask for that for any or customer that call them. But our people here, you will send Brother David Burma, you will call them and get tired.
Okay, it will be solved. It will be solved.
From the head. Some of the problems going on, these people too, they start that thing when they come around, they also need to work sincerely with also that will be able to provide information to them. But at times when they come, they will share when they notify people that power tech is coming, people will come ahead to connect those people straight to the pool. As soon as they leave the call in Cuba, they will come and reconnect them to that direct information. So this thing is affecting the government as well. Because the same money will take and buy current so that the entity will have money to pay for workers. These things are not happening to the full year. If you check to the people that are buying current, they got less number than those that are not even buying the current. So it's hammering the government as well.
All right, thank you. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, this is
Okay, what's your take?
I want to appreciate you for the discussion.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
All right. Actually, I appreciate the government for what they did or what they have done by making the music or our global music. And furthermore, everything that I want to tell the president that everything that he made or every financial that one that will be given the government, then the economic distribution, when you know the coronavirus is affecting the entire city. So, as a result, we need to benefit too.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Chief Jerry calling from Painesville.
All right, what's your take?
Yeah, well, I'm a die-hard citizen, but the person I give the AEC is not true. If you really want to find out the AEC, make an underground investigation. The guys at ANC, they are all enemy of the. They are not waiting to help President Weah. They are total opposition. I tell you, man and boy, make their own investigation. They are stepping on the government. You know that it's starting transforming oil in the town here to people. So I don't know who is the enemy ambassador to the president.
Those are allegations, and they will have to be investigated and proven.
Do your own investigation. You will find out. It is true.
All right.
They are not happy in the country. They want to suppress the government. They don't want them to succeed. They only ANC is what will make the country to look for all today. But if they don't happy, you don't have water, you don't have ANC. The country, the next, except here for now, they then leave with sport. I'm telling you true.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that input. Your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Your name and where are you calling from? Okay, I will take two more callers. Your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Sandro Kiawon.
Okay, what's your take?
The thing is, I thank you all so much for this program. In electricity, we feel it as to be offered to the people in this country. I don't know who is residing over this current situation in this country. What I want to suggest personally is that they should give the current to everyone and follow up and collect everything from the people as they do the tax payment. Instead of other people who are illegally handling the situation, taking money from people falsely, some of them get our generators, get them around, collecting our money all over. It will not help people. Once you get the power to the dwellers in the community, and no one will pay back to you the money you were charged to pay.
Thank you. Your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Sento. I'm calling from SKD Boulevard.
All right, what's the take?
Yeah, what I want to say, the current business is very important. But the people that working with LEC, they try to spoil the whole thing. They are the people that are correcting the whole problem. They always come around, give people free curry, and last, then they create problem for us. Now, SKD Boulevard, Bladi, no transformer, the transformer go up. We don't get no curry. They came here, they collect money, and we can't get it. We can't get a transformer. So the president needs to look at people who are working at LEC.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Okay, that's it. That's how I would like to say goodbye to all of you tonight. It's been a wonderful time. We really enjoyed the conversation from you, or with you rather. We hope that we can continue to remain positive here in Liberia, and also continue to appreciate the efforts made by the government to ensure that we all can have access to those basic social facilities or services that will enhance our living conditions across Liberia. This is how I would like to close the curtains on tonight's edition of the All Things Considered. My name remains Buema JV Buema. Good night.
We are Project Liberia, Mama Liberia. Must all rise. Let's stand together to fight Corona.
Running away from any problem only increases the distance to the solution. The time to discuss Liberia is now. What are the issues affecting Liberians? How can these issues be solved?